Denmark isn't just the happiest country on the planet, it's a great nation to vacation in. With its rich history, fabulous cuisine, fairy tale homes and cottages, and breathtaking coastline, it is a small Scandinavian country that comprises of stunning landscapes where the tourists can soak in the natural beauty of the surroundings. From the cities of Copenhagen and Odense to the ancient city founded by Vikings Aarhus, there are so many tourist places to visit in Denmark. Overall, Denmark is a world-class destination with something to offer any style traveler. There are so many beautiful places in Denmark that it gets difficult to narrow down and decide where to go. So, we've crafted a list of the best places to visit in Denmark. 12. Sønderborg. Sønderborg is a historic city in Denmark, straddling the two sides of Aarhus waterway, another waterfront city that is also a historic site of two German-Dane wars. Sønderborg is today studied in modern buildings as well. Some of the tourist places to visit in Sønderborg are Dubbel Windmills, Historic Center Dubbel Bank, Augustenborg Palace, and Sønderborg Castle. Due to its close proximity to the German border, the town also sees a heavy German influence and makes for a nice 2-day sojourn. 11. Lolland Falster. If you're looking to discover the hidden gems of Denmark, then the islands of Lolland Falster, 1 hour south of Copenhagen, is the best place to start. With 600 kilometers of rugged coastline, warm, friendly locals, and a whole host of amazing attractions, you won't have a minute to spare. If you love the water, take a swim at Marielust Beach, voted the best beach in Denmark, or go to Hestehov Beach to swim in the warmest bathing waters in Denmark. Visit Northern Europe's biggest safari park, Nothenborg Safari Park, and spend the day close to animals. There is so much more to Lolland Falster, so put it on your list, and you won't be disappointed. 10. Gilleleje. You wouldn't think a country as far north as Denmark would have a riviera, but it does. The Danish Riviera is anchored by Gilleleje, a picturesque fishing town on the North Sea at the top of Zealand. Fishermen put their boats to good use in World War II, when they end-run German occupiers and smuggled Danish Jews into Sweden, just 15 miles away. You can learn more about these efforts at the local museum. Founded in the 14th century, Gilleleje is pretty and charming with photo opportunities galore. Stroll the city, take in the daily morning fish auction, and visit the monument to Kierkegaard, the first existential philosopher. 9. Roskilde. Roskilde is known all over Europe for its Grand Rock Festival, along with a throbbing music scene in the city. One of Denmark's oldest cities, it is where many monarchs are buried. The city itself is a mix of post-industrial and modern architecture, Viking harbors, and old towns with cathedrals that look out of fairy tales. Roskilde is only a couple of kilometers away from Copenhagen, which makes it a coveted day trip. You can visit the royal tomb here at the Roskilde Cathedral, check out the Gothic Cathedral, go to the Viking Ship Museum, and enjoy a sightseeing tour of the Royal Palace, art galleries, and other museums. 8. Helsingør. Helsingør, classically known in English as Elsinore, is a city in eastern Denmark. Helsingør gained city status during the 17th century, and the current municipality of Helsingør was formed in 2007. Kronborg Castle itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the views from its turreted towers are truly breathtaking. This seaside castle is the city's most famous landmark, both because it's beautiful and because of its classic literary connection. Helsingør is perfect for a wander, as the city center has quite a few pedestrian streets. The city's main streets are lined with shops and restaurants and don't particularly stand out, but the side alleys are a different story. 7. Moon. Located just a couple hours south of Copenhagen, the island is home to Denmark's highest white cliffs and some of its most dramatic scenery. This magical island lies in the Baltic Sea and is most famous for the iconic Moon's Clint on its eastern side. The white chalk cliffs jut upwards of 450 feet in places and are crowned with stunning beech forest. Explore the quaint villages, handicraft shops, and age-old churches with frescoes, and enjoy walks on beautiful beaches that include everything from small secret coves to expansive stretches of sand. Hikers will find no shortage of trails winding through the fantastic landscape. 6. Faaborg. Faaborg is a quintessential Danish town that dates all the way back to medieval times. It's an old town with some cobbled streets, a lively harbor district, and nearby forests and parks for recreation. The local landmark is the iconic clock tower, which dates back to around 1250. A few cobbled streets, with small townhouses from the 1700s and 1800s, and a high street are spread around the tower. The central square has a tourist office and two museums, a derelict prison and court, and a townhouse for a wealthy local family from the 1700s. The shopping high street spills by the way of small side passages towards restaurants, cafes, bars, and cinema close to the harbor. 5. Skane. Skane is a harbor town near the North Sea, falling in the Baltic region of Denmark. It is a coastal paradise and home to stunning beaches that attract hordes of summer tourists from all over the country as well as abroad. The city also has pretty neighborhoods to walk around, shop, and just chill, as well as showcases its rich art and cultural heritage in museums, galleries, and theater. Visit Green, a long stretch of sandbar with corals, go to the sand-covered church, and enjoy the sand dunes of Rabjerg Mile. There are also amazing sailing options and seafood joints by the sea to amuse your evenings. 4. Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands are among the most beautiful places to visit in Scandinavia, although they are the least visited. This is great for travelers that want to get away from the traditional tourist fare. There are many reasons to travel to these islands and plenty of things to do. For foodies, there is a Michelin-starred restaurant called Cox. The Faroe Islands are also a hiker's paradise, with over 100 hikes around. There is never any time to get bored. Just be careful as there is high wind, and conditions can quickly become unsafe on the islands. There is no shortage of waterfalls on the islands. The tourism board can't even give an exact number, as they are literally everywhere you look. You can easily spend a few days on the islands, just going from waterfall to waterfall and admiring them all. 3. Odense. Odense is famous world over because it is the birthplace of one of the most prolific fairytale writers ever, Hans Christian Andersen. The city offers a quiet and charming vibe, and this can be felt in the numerous green spaces and quaint seaside villages surrounding the city. You will find a ton of museums, art installations, statues, and galleries dedicated to the author and his stories. Odense also boasts of a great zoo, some amazing parks, lively bars, and quiet islands. The name of the city literally means Odin's sanctuary and draws its inspiration from the Norse myth. You will love the old Viking castles here, St. Canut's Cathedral, Funen's Abbey, and the Funen Village Museum. 2. Aarhus. Aarhus is the second largest Danish city and was founded by Vikings back in the 8th century. It is also one of the most thriving hub of culture and arts in the country, with loads of festivals, art pieces, events, hip bars, pubs, restaurants, and shopping arcades. To its credit, the music in Aarhus is also something that distinguishes it from the rest of Europe and Scandinavian land. The city is renowned for the International Jazz Festival as well as some tourist attractions, like Aarhus Art Museum, Marselisborg Palace, and the iconic Aarhus Cathedral that dominates the city skyline. 1. Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the capital city of Denmark and a very beautiful one at that. It is also one of the most livable cities of the world, quite apparent at first sight. The land is filled with pristine waterways and colored harbors, open green parks, and palatial homes. The city has a thriving art scene as well as a rich Viking history that makes museums a great circuit for tourists. Since Copenhagen was once a Viking fishing village, it has survived with a lot of artifacts from that era. You can visit the Tivoli Gardens, a beautiful theme park. Go and see the sculpture of Little Mermaid from the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. Check out the Christianshavn district and go for walks to admire the royal palaces and churches. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon. See you next time.